So good day everyone. Welcome to another video on Engineering Calculus 2. So in this video, I will be talking about techniques of integration. So this is a two-part video. So this is the part one of the uh, discussion of the chapter. So for our objectives, in this lecture, you will learn about integration by parts, trigonometric integrals, and trigonometric substitution. So after this lecture, you are expected to be able to use substitution to evaluate indefinite integrals. So first on the topic, we have here integration by parts. So when you have u and v, which are differentiable functions of x, the derivative of the if you multiply u and v will be equal to u dv plus v du, or if we transpose v du, so it will be the equation will be u dv is equal to derivative of u multiplied by v minus v du. So when this is integrated, we will have u dv, integral of u dv is equal to uv minus integral of v du. So since this process involves splitting the integrand into two parts, this is referred to as integrating by parts. So take note that a proper choice for dv is crucial in solving uh, problems using integration by parts. So we usually let dv be equal to the most complicated part of the integrand that can be readily integrated. So usually yung pinaka-complicated part ng ah, function yun yung linelet natin na dv. dv yung ayan. So para mas maintindihan ninyo, let us take a look at the examples. So we have here three examples. So integral of x e raised to 2x dx, integral of x secant squared x dx, and integral of ln x dx. So we have here our first example. For this, we will let u. So dalawa yung ililet natin, unlike yung u substitution, isa lang yung ililet natin. So u lang. In this, kailangan natin magpili ng ililet u natin at ating ililet as dv. So para dito, yung pinaka-simple dito is yung x lang. So let u be equal to x, and ililet ko na dv is yung e raised to 2x dx. So ayan. So for this, sa ating let u, i-differentiate ko ito. So du will be equal to dx. Para sa ating dv, so kailangan nating i-integrate ito. So integral of dv and integrate yung e raised to 2x dx. So yung dv, madali lang i-integrate. So para sa e raised to 2x dx, so rewrite na lang natin dito, e raised to 2x dx. We have here, kailangan natin mag-u substitution, pero nagamit na natin yung u dito. So let us try to use another variable. So let us try to let z na lang. So z is equal to 2x. So if we differentiate both sides, we will get dz is equal to 2 dx. So if we divide both sides by 2, we will get dx is equal to, so dx will be equal to dz over 2. So if we substitute right here, substitute natin dito, we will get integral of e raised to u, or sorry, 2x is z, so e raised to z, So dx is equal to dz over 2. So dz over 2 right here. Labas natin yung constant which is 1/2. So integral of 1/2 integral of e raised to z dz. So if we integrate this, we will get e raised to z plus c. So 1/2. So e raised to z plus let's say a constant na lang natin. So a yung ating plus na constant. So substitute natin yung z. So z was 2x. So this one will be 1/2 e raised to 2x plus constant natin was a. So dito, para sa pag-i-integrate natin dito, para sa ating substitution mamaya, hindi natin kailangan itong constant na to. So okay lang na hindi muna natin sinusulat itong mga constant dito. So okay lang na wala itong mga constant na to. Kasi mamaya magsasubstitute tayo, wala yung constant mamaya. So right here, v will be equal to yung integral ng e raised to 2x dx will be equal to 1/2 of e raised to 2x. So, yun. Substitute na natin sa ating formula. So, yung formula natin was, recall lang natin, udv, integral of udv is equal to uv minus integral of v derivative of u. So, yung u natin was x, dv was e raised to 2x dx, and itong v is 1/2 e raised to 2x, and du is equal to dx. So, substitute natin. So, integral of x e raised to 2x dx will be equal to, ang ating u was x, and v is 1/2 e raised to 2x minus integral of v du. So, yung v was 1/2 e raised to 2x, and du is equal to dx. So, ito, dito ko na nasulat. So, simplify lang natin yung una. So, 1/2 of x e raised to 2x ito, minus, labas na natin yung constant nito. So, 1/2 integral of e raised to 2x dx. So, na-integrate na natin kanina itong e raised to 2x dx. So, ito siya. Integral of e raised to 2x dx is equal to 1/2 integral of e raised to 2x. So, dito na lang tayo mag-plus ng ating constant. Kasi dito, para sa u and v substitution, hindi natin kailangan yung ating constant. So, ayun. Integrating this side, we will get, so 1/2 dito, x e raised to 2x minus 1/2 multiplied by, yung integral ng e raised to x dx is ito 1/2 e raised to 2x. So 1/2 e raised to 2x. So dito na natin na lang ilalagay yung ating plus na constant. So simplify lang natin yung ating equation. We will have here, so 1/2 x e raised to 2x minus e raised to 2x over 4 plus c. So, pwede pa natin to i-simplify as ito, labas natin yung e raised to 2x over 4, so e raised to 2x over 4. Ang maiiwan sa loob is 2x minus 1 tapos plus c. So, either sa dalawang to, pwedeng final answer. So, hanggang sa ma-integrate lang natin. So, ayun. First example. So, for our next example, we have here integral of x secant square x dx. So for this, we will let u be equal to, so let u natin is equal to x. So if we differentiate this, we will get du will be equal to dx. And then, para sa ating dv, so ang natira na lang dito na i-let u na natin itong x natin, ang natira na lang is itong secant squared x dx. So, ang ating dv will be equal to secant squared x dx. If we differentiate this, or sorry, if we integrate this, so integrating both sides, we will get v is equal to integral ng secant squared x dx is equal to tangent x plus c. So, yung plus c, mamaya na natin i-plus na lang. So, yun. Substitute na natin para sa ating equation. So, we have here x secant squared x dx is equal to, ang ating u is x and v is equal to tangent x minus integral of v natin, tangent x, and du is dx. So, minus v du. So, ito, integral ng tangent x is, meron tayong formula para sa integral ng tangent x which is equal to negative ln of cosine x. So, integral of tangent x is negative ln of cosine x. So, plus yung constant niya. So, substitute na lang natin dito yung formula, gamitin natin. So, this one will be equal to x tangent x minus, so yung integral nito is negative ln of cosine, sorry. So, cosine of x. Tapos, yung ating plus na constant. So, na-integrate na natin. So, this one, simplify na lang natin. X tangent x plus, negative times negative equals positive. So, plus ln of cosine of x plus c. So, final answer. So, we have here our last example, integral of ln of x dx. So, para sa example na to, we will let u as ln of x. Kasi pag nilet natin as, wala naman na tayong ibang pwedeng ilet na u dito. So, ito na lang ln of x. So, let u be equal to ln of x. If we differentiate this, we will get du is equal to 1 over x dx. Natira na lang sa ating equation is dx. So, if we substitute dv is equal to dx, integrate natin to, we will get v is equal to x. Next, substitute natin. So, integral of ln of x dx is equal to u natin is ln of x and v is equal to x. So, uv x ln of x. Kasi baka pag tinabi ko yung x sa x ng ln of x, baka pag multiply ninyo, baka gawin yung square. So, inuna ko na lang yung v tapos u. Same pa rin naman. So, minus integral of v du. So, v natin is x. Du is 1 over x dx. Cancel itong x na to. We will get x ln of x minus itong maiiwan na lang dito is yung dx. So, integral of dx is just simply x. So, plus c. So, ito ang ating final answer dito. Okay, so now we have here trigonometric integrals. So, under this subtopic, we have more subtopics which are product of sines and cosines, powers of sines and cosines, powers of tangents and secants, and then lastly, we have powers of cotangents and cosecants. So, dito sa mga subtopics na ito, meron pa kasi silang mga case 1, case 2 until I think case 3 ata yung mga pinakamarami. So, medyo marami-raming formula at saka marami-raming cases dito kaya ah, tig-isang example na lang muna tayo dito sa subtopic na ito. So, first we have here product of sines and cosines. So, if we recall the trigonometric identity, sine u cosine v is equal to 1 half sine u plus v plus sine u minus v. So, sorry, kulang ito. Dapat meron tayong parenthesis dito. So, 1 half of sine u plus v plus sine u minus v. So, if we multiply both sides by 2, we get 2 sine u cosine v sine u plus v plus sine u minus v. If we integrate both sides, we will get integral of 2 sine u cosine v. So, dx is equal to sine u plus v plus sine u minus v multiplied by dx. So, itong u at saka v dito, this should be functions of x na differentiable. So, if we differentiate the u and v right here, we will get a function dx. So, mas maiintindihan ninyo sa ating example. So, ito yung mga other formulas para sa product ng sine and cosine. Kung nakakita kayo ng sine multiplied by cosine or cosine multiplied by cosine, sine multiplied by sine. So, ito yung mga formulas. If you have here sine multiplied by cosine, so the equivalent will be sine u plus v plus sine u minus v. Usually nga pala, wala yung 2 dito. So, ang gagawin lang natin is itong 2 na to ay i-divide natin sa both sides. So, magiging 1 half ito, tapos mawawala yung 2 dito. So, usually, yun yung ginagawa natin. So, for cosine multiplied by cosine, you have here cosine u plus v plus cosine u minus v. So, memorize nyo na lang itong mga formula. Meron tayong notes dito na provided that u and v are differentiable functions of x and that u is not equal to v. So, dapat yung function dito, so say for example, itong last example, so cosine of u, say, yung u natin dito is 5x. And then, yung ating sine is, dapat hindi siya 5x. So, let's say, 3x. Tapos, we have here dx. So, ang mangyayari dito, we will get, ang u natin is yung nasa cosine which is 5x. So, sine of 5x plus v natin is 3x, so 3x. So, sine of 8x ito, minus sine of u natin is 5x, minus v natin is 3x. So, ganun lang yung gagawin natin. So, let's try sa ating example. So, for this, we have here sine of 3x multiplied by cosine 2x dx. So, ang u natin dito ay yung nasa una which is 3x. So, u is 3x and v is 2x. Yung formula natin dito is equal to integral of 1 half natin dito kasi wala tayong nakalagay na 2 dito. So, divided both sides by 2. So, ang formula for sine multiplied by cosine is sine u natin is 3x. So, 3x plus 2x. So, v is 2x. And then, plus sine of u minus b, ang u natin is 3x. So, 3x minus 2x multiplied by dx. Ang mangyayari dito, this will be 5x and then this one will be x lang. So, 1x. So, if we equate this, integral of sine of 3x cosine of 2x dx will be equal to 1/2 of integral of sine of 5x plus sine of x dx. So next, pwede na natin i-integrate ito. So if we integrate sine of 5x, rewrite lang natin 1/2 multiplied by integral of sine of 5x dx plus integral of sine of x dx. So, pag in-integrate natin dito, itong sine of x dx, meron tayong formula dito. Integral of sine of x dx is just equal to negative cosine of x plus the constant natin. Dito, we have here 5x, yung nasa loob nito. Kung hindi nyo pa napansin, pag nagle-let u tayo, yung hindi sa u substitution natin, yung if we let u be equal to 5x, differentiating both sides, we will get du is equal to 5, du is equal to 5 dx. We will write this as du over 5 equal to dx. Kung di nyo pa napansin, dinidivide lang natin kung ano yung nakamultiply sa x natin dito. Or kung yung sa exponent, i-differentiate natin kung ano yung constant na nakamultiply nakamultiply sa derivative ng function na nasa loob ng ating sign. I-divide natin yung constant na nakamultiply na yon sa ating integrand. So, ang mangyayari, hindi na natin gagawin itong u substitution. Diretso na natin i-integrate. So, 1/2 multiplied by, so, ito, nakamultiply ng 5 yung ating x. So, didividean lang natin siya ng 5. So, 1 over 5 times, ang derivative ng sine is negative cosine. So, negative cosine of 5x plus ito, derivative ng sine x is negative cosine of x. So, all of this plus c. So, simplify lang natin. We will have here negative cosine of 5x minus, so 1/5, multiply natin ng 5 ito para iisa lang yung ating denominator. So, 5 cosine of x all over. So, 1/2 multiplied by 1/5 is 1/10. So, plus c. So, hindi na ako nag-let u dito kasi alam ko na divided by 5 lang yung mangyayari sa kanya. So, okay lang na ganun na yung mga gawin nyo sa solution nyo. Yun ay kung sanay na kayo na nagle-let u ng ganito. So, next, we have here powers of sines and cosines. Let us consider integrating the powers of sine and cosine, or the products of such powers. We shall be integrating trigonometric functions in the form sine raised to m multiplied by, or sine raised to m v cosine raised to n v. So, sine of v and cosine of v. Meaning, unlike kanina, magkaiba yung naka-sine at naka-cosine. In this, ang magkaiba na lang ay yung ating mga exponent. Magkapareho lang yung function dito. Wherein v is a differentiable function of x. Dapat differentiable siya. And it is a important function of x kasi x yung ating integrating variable dito. So, dx. Kung ano yung integrating yung katabi ng d, yun dapat yung function ng ating v. So, say, d theta dito, ang d dito must be in terms of theta. So, yun. M and N are natural numbers. So, yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yun ay mga natural numbers. And then, M should not be equal to 1 and N should not be equal to 1. So, ito, medyo may mga cases na dito. So, for this, meron tayong, I think, 3 cases. So, for case 1, we have here, M is a positive odd integer and N is any number except 1. So, establish na natin kanina na any natural number yung M at saka N basta walang equal to 1 sa kanilang dalawa. So, dito, M is a positive odd integer. So, add ito. Ang gagawin natin, magmaminus tayo ng 1 sa ating exponent ng sign. Lalabas lang natin siya, mamumultiply ng sign with function of x. So, yun yung ating gagawin. So, para mas maintindihan ninyo, let's try that on our example. So, we have here sine raised to 3x, cosine raised to 3x, dx. So, yung requirements ay meet nila. So, pareho yung function na in terms of x, and then exponents are natural numbers. So, 1 is add, yung nasa side natin is add integer, and yung sa ating cosine, wala tayong pakialam kung odd or even siya. Basta, ang importante, natural number siya and it is not equal to 1. So, ayan. So, ang gagawin natin, let's try to just rewrite it. Sine raised to 3x, cosine raised to 3x, dx. So, this one will be equal to integral of sine squared x, cosine cube x. So, yung 1 na exponent dito, i-multiply lang natin sa kanya. So, sine of x dx. So, ito. Recall natin yung formula. Recall nyo lang. Recall that sine squared x plus cosine squared x is equal to 1. So, meaning, sine squared x is equal to 1 minus cosine squared x. So, sasubstitute natin ito kasi we have here sine squared x. So, this one will be equal to integral of, so, ang sine squared x is equal to 1 minus cosine squared x. And then, we have here cosine raised to 3x sine of x dx. Now, we can substitute cosine, or sorry, distribute pala. Distribute cosine raised to 3x dito. So, distributing cosine raised to 3x, we will get ito, cosine raised to 3x minus cosine raised to 2x multiplied by cosine raised to 3x. So, negative multiplied by positive will be negative. So, this one will be equal to cosine raised to, pag pinag-multiply natin, same basis. So, pag-a-addin lang natin yung kanilang exponent. So, this one will be cosine raised to 5x. So, multiplied by sine of x dx. Next, we will let u. So, u substitution tayo dito be equal to cosine of x. So, differentiating both sides, we will get du is equal to negative sine of x dx. So, if we divide both sides by negative 1, we will get negative du equal to sine of x dx. So, ito. Substitute natin sa ating equation. So, our equation will look like this. So, integral of ito, cosine raised to 3x. Ang ating cosine x is equal to u. So, integral of u cube minus ito, cosine natin is u. So, this one will be u raised to 5. Sin x dx is negative du. So, dapat merong parenthesis dito kasi yung nakita ko sa mga solutions ninyo, wala ng parenthesis. Ang ginagawa ninyo is minus du na. So, parenthesis para nakamultiply siya dito. So, labas natin yung negative sign. So, we will get negative. So, this one will be equal to negative integral of, distribute na natin yung du. So, u cube minus, so, lagay tayo ng parenthesis dito, du minus integral of u raised to 5 du. Yan. So, integrating both sides are integrating both ito, dalawa, we will get negative. So, integral of u cube is, lagay natin parenthesis, u raised to 4 over 4 minus, ito, u raised to 6 over 6 plus t. Distribute natin yung negative sign. So, this one will be negative, this one will be positive. And then, substitute na rin natin yung ating u, which was cosine of x. So, our equation will be negative cosine raised to 4x plus cosine raised to 6x. This one is over 4 and this one is over 6 plus c. So, pwede pa natin siyang i-simplify. Gawin nating iisa yung ating denominator or pwede ring ito na ang ating final answer. So, ang importante dito is alam natin yung gagawin natin kapag ito yung mga exponents and pareho itong bases natin. So, next we have here case 2. M is any number except 1. N is a positive odd integer. So, we may write sin raised to m v cosine raised to n v is equal to sin raised to m v cosine raised to n minus 1 v. Tapos, i-multiply natin yung ating cosine. So, same lang yung principle sa ating unang case. So, yun. Let us try to do it in our example. So, same yung example natin, sin raised to 3x cosine raised to 3x dx. So, this time, hindi itong exponent ng sin ang papakialaman natin, kundi itong exponent ng cosine. So, we will get, i-write lang natin to, sin raised to 3x cosine raised to 3x dx. So, this one will be equal to integral of sin raised to 3x cosine squared x cosine of x dx. So, this one will be itong cosine squared x. Recall natin yung kanina, sine squared x plus cosine squared x is equal to 1. Subtract both sides yung sine squared x, we will get cosine squared x is equal to 1 minus sine squared x. Substitute natin itong value ng cosine squared x sa ating equation. We will get integral of sine cube x 1 minus sine squared x cosine of x dx. Distribute natin itong sine cube x. We will get integral of sine raised to 3x minus sine raised to 5x multiplied by our cosine x dx. We let u be equal to sine of x. So, du will be equal to differentiating both sides. Derivative of sine of x is s dc. So, cosine of x. Substitute natin in our equation. Our equation will look like this. So u is sine x. So sine cube will be u cube. U cube minus sine raised to 5x minus u raised to 5. And then cosine x dx. Sorry, wala yung dx natin dito. So cosine x dx is just equal to du. So lagay na lang natin dito. Dito yung du. So this one will be equal to integral of u cube du minus integral of u raised to 5 du, and this one will be equal to u raised to 4 over 4 minus u raised to 6 over 6 plus c. Substituting our u, so u was sine of x, so this one will be sine raised to 4 x over 4 minus sine raised to 6x over 6 plus c. So this one will be our final answer. So, pwede, may question siguro kayo, bakit hindi sila magkapareho? Yung nauna kanina was, I think, ito. Yung nauna kanina was negative cosine raised to 4x over 4 plus cosine raised to 6x over 6. So, plus another constant. So, dito, pwede nyo siyang equal sila, magkapareho sila. Basta ang take note ninyo dito, itong mga constant dito na itong plus c, hindi equal sa plus c dito. Iba yung constant na to. So, pwede tawagin ninyo itong constant a, and then tawagin niyo to itong constant c, and then try nyo na i-prove na equal sila. May makukuha kayong tawag dito numbers na I think plus 1 or minus 1 something na hindi variable. So iyaan nyo lang sila dito sa either sa constant c or sa constant a, depende sa kung ano yung gusto nyong galawin, itong sa sine or sa mga cosine. So, ayun, mag-i-equal sila. 3-9 ko silang i-check noon kung equal. So, equal naman. So, next we have here case 3. M and N are both even integers that are greater than 2, either both positive or one positive and one zero. So, we may write sine raised to m v cosine raised to n v is equal to sine squared v raised to m over 2 cosine squared v raised to n over 2. In this form, you may use one or both of the following identities. So, sine squared v is equal to 1 minus cosine 2v over 2, or cosine squared v is equal to 1 plus cosine 2v over 2. So, let us try to use that in our example. So, we have here cosine raised to 4x dx. So, sabi kanina, ito, either both positive or one positive and one zero. So, dito, we have here one of the exponent is 0. Yung exponent ng ating sign is 0. And then, provided also na dapat greater than 2 ito. So, greater than 2 yung ating number 4. So, we may write this as, sulat lang muna natin, cosine raised to 4x dx. So, this one may be written as integral of cosine squared x raised to. So, 4 over 2 is 2. So, cosine squared x squared dx. So, if you recall, yung kanina, kung di nyo ma-recall yung formula kanina, recall nyo yung double angle formula ng cosine, wherein cosine of 2x is equal to cosine squared x minus sine squared x. So, yung equal to 1 is plus ito, yung sa equal to 1. Pero dito is we have here yung double angle formula ng cosine. So, cosine 2x is equal to cosine squared x minus sine squared x. So, if we subtract both sides yung ating sine squared x, we will get, wait lang, sorry, yung substitute natin dito is itong sine squared x, we make this one as cosine squared x. So, this one will be cosine of 2x equal to cosine squared x minus sine squared x is equal to 1 minus cosine squared x. Yung kanina, nag-recall tayo dyan. So, this one will be equal to 2 cosine squared x minus 1. So, negative times negative will be positive. I-add natin dito will be 2 cosine squared x. And negative times positive 1 is negative 1. So, if we simplify this, we will get cosine squared x is equal to cosine of 2x plus 1. Transpose natin and then divided by 2. So, ito yung formula kanina. Cosine squared x is equal to cosine 2x plus 1 divided by 2. So, yun yung kaninang given. So, kung hindi nyo kayang i-recall, pwedeng gawin nyo ito. Kung ang given naman ay sine squared x, ang papalitan nyo lang dito ay yung cosine squared x, you turn this one into 1 minus sine squared x para makuha nyo yung isang formula. So, ayun, substitute natin dito. We will have here cosine squared x is equal to cosine of 2x plus 1 all over 2. So, this one is naka-square. So, yung square na yon ay ginawa natin ito and then naka-square pa rin siya. So, meron tayong square dito. And then, we have here dx. So, if we square this, we will get, so labas na lang natin, square of 2 is 4. So, this one will be 1/4. Labas na natin yung 1/4 natin. And then, what is left inside will be cosine 2x plus 1 multiplied by cosine 2x plus 1. So, naka-square. So, diretsuhin ko na lang. Cosine squared 2x plus 2 cosine of 2x plus 1. So, nasa algebra nyo naman yung pagkuha ng square nito. So, hindi ko na yan di-discuss dito. Kasi medyo mapapahaba kung di-discuss pa dito. So, ayun. Ito, we may integrate them separately. So, 1/4 integral of cosine squared 2x. So, dapat may parenthesis tayo dito. Wait lang. Ilapit ko na lang ito. So, cosine squared of 2x dx plus 2 integral of cosine of 2x dx plus integral of dx. So, dito, cosine of 2x will be equal to, madali lang to, SDC. So, sine of 2x over 2, magiging sine of 2x over 2 ito. And then, ito yung medyo iba. So, integrate muna natin ito bago natin i-rewrite yung ating equation. So, this one, let us try to integrate cosine squared of 2x dx. So, from itong formula natin, cosine squared x is equal to cosine 2x plus 1 over 2. Ang kanina, x natin, minultiply natin ng 2. So, dito, palitan ko na lang sa formula para hindi kayo malito, para hindi parehong 2 or parehong x. So, cosine, let's say, theta, cosine squared theta will be equal to cosine 2 theta plus 1 over 2. So, yung theta natin kanina dito is just simply x. Ngayon, ang theta na natin is equal to 2x. Ang sasubstitute natin dito sa theta now is 2x. So, this one will be rewritten as, so, cosine squared theta, yung theta is 2x. So, cosine of 2 2 theta, so 2 multiplied by 2x will be 4x over, same pa rin, walang magbabago dito, 2 pa rin ito. Tapos, may plus 1 tayo dito. So, plus 1. And then, we have here dx. If we integrate this, we may write this as 1/2 integral of cosine of 4x dx plus integral of dx. So, provided meron tayo dapat dito ang parenthesis. So, this one will be equal to 1/2. If we integrate this, cosine of 4x will be equal to sine, ilang parenthesis natin, sine of 4x divided by 4 plus yung ating dx will be equal to plus x. And then, we have here plus C yung ilalagay natin mamaya dito. So, let's just say this one as plus A. So, now, this one will be, pwede na natin siyang integrate. So, this one will be equal to 1/4. So, bracket na tayo. Integral of cosine squared 2x is 1/2 sine of 4x over 4 plus x. Naka-multiply pa rin ng 1/2 yung ating x. And then plus a. Next, we have here integral of 2 integral of cosine 2x dx. So, this one will be equal to plus 2. So, integral ng cosine 2x is sine of 2x all over 2. So, plus constant, let's say plus b. And then, we have here integral of dx. This one will be equal to plus x. Tapos, yung kanyang constant, let's say plus small letter c na lang. So, yan. If we simplify this, we will get, so, 1/4 of ito, sine of 4x over 4 multiplied by 1/2. This one will be sine of 4x over 8 plus x over 2 plus cancel ito, sine of 2x plus x, sorry, plus x. Tapos, yung a, b, tsaka c natin, labas na lang natin, plus constant c. So, big letter c na lang tayo para mas madali. So, pwede pa natin itong i-simplify or ito na lang, combine na lang natin yung ating x. So, this one will be equal to 1/4 sine of 4x over 8 plus sine of 2x plus x over 2 plus x will be 3x over 2. So, plus c. So, pwede pa nating distribute yung 1/4 pero parang hindi na siya kasya. So, hanggang dito na lang tayo mag-simplify. So, final answer. At least na-integrate na natin. So, ang importante dito is take note ito. Yung principle is i-divide ninyo yung ito, exponent niya, divide nyo by 2. So, ito ay mapupunta dito and then ang maiiwan sa loob is yung squared. And then, para sa maiiwan sa loob, ang isa-substitute ninyo ay ito. Galing dapat sa double angle formula ng ating cosine. So, either in terms of sine siya or in terms of cosine. Depende kung ano yung nasa loob. So, ayun. So, next, we have here powers of tangents and secant. So, we have here cases na naman dito. So, consider integrating trigonometric functions in the form tangent, integral of tangent raised to mv, secant raised to nv dx, wherein p is a differentiable function of x and m and n are natural numbers. M is not equal to 1. Yung exponent ng ating tangent is not equal to 1 and the exponent of secant is not equal to 1 or 2. So we have here cases. So case 1, m is any positive or any number. So positive or negative siguro to. So n is a positive integer greater than 2. Kasi kanina, should not be equal to 1 or 2 tapos provided na positive. So, greater than 2. We may write tangent raised to m, secant raised to n equal to tangent raised to m, secant raised to n minus 2 multiplied by secant squared. So, ito yung gagawin natin. Kung greater than 2 yung ating n, and provided it should be given. So, yan. So, we have here this example, tangent squared x, secant raised to 4x dx. So, sulat lang natin. Sorry. Secant raised to 4x dx. So, this one will be equal to integral of tangent squared x, secant squared x. So, minus 2, dapat nakamultiply din na 2. So, 2 dapat din yung nakamultiply na exponent. Kasi pag nakamultiply sila, mag-a-add yung exponent nila. So, equal pa rin to. So, dx. Next, ito, pag di nyo rin ma-recall yung formula ng secant tangent, balik lang kayo sa sine squared x plus cosine squared x is equal to 1. So, para makuha nyo yung para sa tangent at secant, i-divide nyo yung buong equation by cosine. So, if we divide sine by cosine, sine over cosine is tangent. So, tangent squared x. Cosine over cosine will be plus 1 equal to 1 over cosine is secant. So, ito, relationship ng secant at saka tangent. So, sasubstitute natin sa ating equation yung secant. So, yung secant yung ginalaw natin. Any number itong tangent natin basta not equal to 1. So, for this, substitute natin ito. Tangent squared x plus 1 is equal to secant squared x. So, substitute natin. So, secant squared x is 1 plus tangent squared x. Then, we have here secant squared x dx. Now, distribute natin yung tangent. So, this one will be equal to integral of tangent squared x plus tangent. Tangent squared multiplied by tangent squared will be tangent raised to 4x. So, secant squared x dx. So, if we recall, pag in-integrate or sorry, pag nag-differentiate tayo ng ating tangent, we will get secant squared. So, alam nyo na siguro yung gagawin natin dito. So, we will let u be equal to tangent of x. So, du will be equal to secant squared x dx. And then, substitute natin sa ating equation, we will get, magiging itsura niya will be equal to u squared. So tangent was u. So square of tangent will be u squared plus u raised to 4 secant squared x dx is equal to du. So du. So this one will be equal to integral of u squared du plus integral of u raised to 4 du. So integrating, we will get u cube over 3 plus u raised to 5 over 5 plus yung constant natin. So substitute natin, u is equal to tangent x. So tangent raised to 3 x over 3 plus tangent raised to 5 x over 5 plus c. So this one will be our final answer. So, pwede nyo pa i-simplify, gawin yung 15 yung denominator or hanggang dito na lang. Okay lang din. So next we have here case 2. So m is a positive odd integer and n is any number. We may write, so m minus 1, n minus 1 secant tangent. So lalabas natin yung secant tangent. Take note, applicable pa rin yung unang requirements, which is n should not be equal to 1 or 2 and m should not be equal to 1. So ito, we have here our example, tangent cube x, secant cube x dx. So re-write lang natin, tangent cube x, secant cube x dx. So this one will be equal to, labas natin yung secant tangent. So equal to tangent. So maglalabas tayo ng secant tangent, minus tayo dito ng isang exponent. So 2 tangent squared x multiplied by secant squared x, and then lalabas natin is secant x tangent x dx. So yan. Recall natin from kanina, 1 plus tangent squared x is equal to secant squared x. So mula dito, subtract natin both sides yung 1. So this one will be equal to tangent squared x equal to secant squared x minus 1. So kanina yung secant squared yung sinubstitute natin, kasi secant yung ginalaw natin. Ngayon ginalaw natin both secant and tangent. Ang isa-substitute natin should be tangent squared x. So tangent squared x yung papalitan natin. We will turn it to secant squared x minus 1. So this one will be equal to tangent squared x secant squared x minus 1 multiplied by secant squared x secant of x tangent of x dx. So na-gets nyo na siguro yung principle dito. Distribute natin yung secant squared x. So integral of secant raised to 4x minus secant squared x multiplied by secant x tangent of x dx. So alam natin na derivative ng secant is secant tangent. So ayun, kung di nyo pa na-gets ito, we will let u be equal to secant of x. Differentiate it, du will be equal to secant of x tangent of x dx. So if we substitute this, our equation will look like this. Ito, secant x will be u. So u raised to 4 and then minus u squared. So multiplied by secant x tangent x is du. So du, and then this one, if we integrate it, it will be equal to, so di ko na i-distribute ito, diretso ko na i-integrate. So u raised to 5 over 5 minus u raised to 3 over 3 plus c. Substitute natin yung value ng u. This one will be secant raised to 5x over 5 minus secant raised to 3x over 3 plus c. So, yun. Answer. So, case 3 natin, m is a positive odd integer and then we have here n is 0. So, value ng exponent ng secant is 0. Substitute natin, tangent raised to m is equal to tangent raised to yung kanyang exponent minus 2 multiplied by yung tinanggal natin na exponent which is tangent squared. So for our example, we have here integral of tangent cube x dx. So, sundan lang natin yung instruction kanina. I-write muna natin to. So, this one will be equal to integral of, integral of tangent of x, tangent squared x dx. And then, sa-substitute natin yung, or papalitan natin, mamanipulate natin itong tangent squared x. Recall natin, tangent squared x is equal to secant squared x plus 1. So, kung di nyo ma-memorize ito, simula kayo sa 1 is equal to sine squared x plus cosine squared x. Manipulate nyo lang yung equation na yon and then you will arrive at this equation. So, this one will be equal to, substitute natin, tangent squared x. So, tangent of x multiplied by tangent, balitan na natin. Tangent squared x will be equal to secant squared x plus 1 multiplied by dx. So, we will get here equal to, distribute natin yung tangent x. So, this one will be equal to tangent of x secant squared x plus tangent of x dx. Integrating it separately, we will get tangent of x secant of secant squared x dx plus integral of tangent of x dx. So, wait. Wrong yung formula natin. Secant squared x minus 1 dapat to. So, secant squared x minus 1. So, minus 1 dapat ito. Minus. So, minus. Minus 1, minus 1, and minus. So, for this, we have here integral of tangent x. Meron tayong formula dito which is integral of tangent x dx is simply negative ln of cosine x. So, recall nyo na lang yung formula. Dapat memorize nyo na yon by now. And then, for integral of tangent x secant squared x dx, wala tayong formula dito. So, let us try to integrate this. So, separately. So, integral of tangent of x secant squared x dx. So, for this, meron tayong dalawang pwedeng gawin. So, una is we let u be equal to tangent x. If we differentiate this, we will get du is equal to secant squared x dx. And another u substitution will be secant of x. So, if we let u be equal to secant of x, du will be equal to secant of x tangent of x dx. So, I will just try to integrate it side by side para makita nyo na same pa rin yung or equal pa rin sila. So, if you let u be equal to tangent x, so this one will be integral of u du. And if we let it be equal to If you let it be equal to u is equal to secant x, u du pa rin siya. If you integrate this one will be u squared over 2 plus a constant, let's say a. Substitute natin, yung u natin dito will be tangent squared x over 2 plus a constant a. And then, if we integrate this, we will get u squared over 2. So, let's try to ibahin natin yung constant na, let's say, b. So, this one will be secant squared x over 2 plus b. So, paano equal sila? So, if we substitute this, if we manipulate it, tangent squared is equal to secant squared x minus 1. Magma-minus lang kayo ng constant dito. So, a is not equal to b. So, yung constant na ima-minus nyo, pwede nyo gawin na, ano ba yung may ma-minus dito? 1/2. So, pwede nyo i-equate a minus, if we substitute secant squared x minus 1 dito sa tangent squared x, a minus 1/2 ito. So, this one will be equal to b. So, pwede nyong i-note ito. So, di naman natin alam kung ano yung mga value ng constant na ito. So, dalawa ang possible na answer, which is tangent squared x or secant squared x. So, pwede nyong gamitin either. Correct pa rin sila. So, for this, ito na lang yung gamitin natin. Okay lang din naman itong isa. So, our original equation was this one. So, this one will be equal to, if we integrate tangent secant squared x dx, we will get ito, tangent squared x over 2. Yung plus na constant natin, plus na lang natin sa whole equation mamaya. So, plus c na lang tayo. Minus, if we integrate this, we will get negative ln. So, negative times negative will be positive. So, ln of cosine of x plus constant c. So, final answer. Or, kung ito yung sinubstitute, secant squared x over 2 plus ln of cosine of x. So, di natin alam kung ano yung value ng constant c natin. So, let's say c na lang yung constant. Not necessary na pareho yung c na to tsaka itong c dito. So, ayun. So, next we have here powers of cotangents and cosecants. So, consider integrating trigonometric functions in the form cotangent raised to m, cosecant raised to n, v dx. So, v is a differentiable function of x. M and n are natural numbers. And m should not be equal to 1 or n should not be equal to 1 or 2 naman para sa, exponent ng n. So, ayan. Principles ng powers of cotangents and cosecants saka principles ng tangent and secants is pareho lang sila. So, if we take a look at case 1 niya, m is any number, n is a positive even integer greater than 2. So, ang gagawin is maglalabas tayo ng cosecant. If this one is in secant tangent, ang ilalabas naman natin is, excuse me, ilalabas natin is secant. So, since pareho lang yung principle, hindi na ako magbibigay ng example sa mga to. Kaya, move on na tayo sa mga susunod na discussion. Kasi medyo mahaba na itong presentation and pareho lang din naman yung principle. So, apply nyo na lang para sa cotangents and cosecants. Ang mag-iiba lang doon ay mostly yung mga signs. So, signs lang. So, we have here m is a positive odd integer, n is any number. Lalabas natin is cosecant, cotangent. Ma-minus tayo ng 1 sa mga exponent natin. And then, kung 0 naman yung cosecant, so exponent ng cosecant is 0. So, multiplied by 1 ito. This one will be equal to sorry, subtract ka ng 2 sa exponent ng cotangent and then multiply mo yung cotangent square sa equation. So, same principle lang, same lang yung mga gagawin ninyo as sa tangents and seconds. So, ayun, hindi na ako mag-example dito. So, next, we have here trigonometric substitution. So for trigonometric substitution, we have here certain algebraic integration may be transformed into trigonometric integrals when an integrand contains these functions. So a squared minus u squared, we use the substitution u is equal to a sine theta. If we see a squared plus u squared, we use the substitution u is equal to a tangent of theta. And then if we say, if we see in the equation u squared minus a squared, use the substitution u is equal to a secant of theta. Wherein u is a differentiable function of x. So, dapat yung u natin is a differentiable function of x. So, either x or say x squared siya. So, tapos naka-square pa siya or let's say 2x tapos meron siyang square. Basta function of x dapat yung ating u. And then, dito, a is a constant. So, constant number ito. So, ayan. Let us try to apply it in our examples para mas maintindihan ninyo. So, we have here 1 over x squared, square root of 16 minus x squared dx. So, if we integrate this, solution natin mamaya. So, for example number 2, we have here integral of 1 over square root of 4 plus x squared dx. And then lastly, we have here integral of square root of x squared minus 1 over x dx. So, for the solution of our first example, so para sa ating first example, we have here integral of 1 over x squared, square root of 16 minus x squared dx. So, rewrite lang natin, integral of 1 over x squared, square root of 16 minus x squared multiplied by dx. So, for this, ang substitution na gagawin natin is u. Substitution will be u is equal to a sine theta. Kasi, we have here a constant minus a function of x that is squared. So, if we take a look at this, ang ating constant, so we may write this as equal to 1 over x squared, square root of, so square root of 16 is 4, so 4 squared minus x squared. So for this substitution, ang ating function of x na u will be just equal to x. And then, ang ating constant squared is 4. So, square root natin yung 16 is 4. So, constant squared minus function of x squared. So, nakita natin siya sa equation. Ito yung gagamitin natin na substitution para mas madali nating i-integrate. Kasi pag in-integrate natin to, walang diretsyo or medyo mahirap na i-integrate to. So, sisimplify natin using trigonometric substitution. So, substitute natin sine 4 sine theta. If we differentiate this, so differentiate natin, we will get dx is equal to 4 multiplied by differentiate sine theta will be cosine of theta d theta. So, ito. Next, pare-pareho lang nga pala yung gagawin natin dito. Una, magsa-substitute and then differentiate and then magdro-drawing tayo ng ito, triangle. So, drawing tayo ng triangle. So, dapat right angle yung ating triangle. So, let's call this triangle, ito, let's call this angle of the triangle theta. So, ito yung theta natin na ito. If we take a look the sine of theta, so if we take a look at the sine of theta, it is equal to x. If we divide it by 4, so this one will be sine of theta will be equal to x over 4. So, para dito sa ating triangle, uh, if you take a look at the sine, so sine is equal to opposite. So, ang opposite ng angle natin will be equal to x. And then, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So, our hypotenuse will be equal to 4. So, over, ito yung ating opposite and this one is our hypotenuse. So, ganun yung pagdrawing ng triangle. So, by this, using Pythagorean theorem, we will get this side will be square root of 4 squared. So, if we square 4, this one will be 16 minus x squared. So, hypotenuse squared minus the opposite squared. So, ano pa yung kulang natin para ma-substitute natin ito? Kulang tayo nito, 16 minus x squared. For this, ang kailangan natin i-consider ay itong side na to at saka yung side na may constant. So, ang side na may constant is yung hypotenuse. So, ano yung relationship nito tsaka nung hypotenuse? So, if we take a look at the cosine of theta, we will get so, square root of 16 minus x squared over 4. So, cosine theta, if we multiply both sides by 4, so 4 cosine of theta is equal to square root of 16 minus x squared. Sorry. So, ito. Substitute na natin sa ating equation. So, our equation, this one will be equal to, substitute natin. So, dx natin is 4 cosine theta d theta. Ito. All over. So, x squared was, so x is 4 sine theta. So, square lang natin siya. So, 4 sine of theta squared. Next, we have here square root of 16 minus x squared. Square root of 16 minus x squared is equal to 4 cosine theta. So, 4 cosine of theta. Cancel natin itong 4 cosine theta dito at saka 4 cosine theta right here. So, this one will be equal to, my E1 is 4 squared is 16. So, 1 over 16 integral of, so sine squared, 1 over sine squared is simply cosecant squared. So, theta d theta. So, ang mangyayari dito is 1 over sine squared. Diniretso ko ng sinubstitute. So, if we integrate cosecant squared theta, we will get, so 1 over 16, integral of cosecant squared theta is cotangent theta. So, plus C. So, hindi pa tapos kasi kaka-integrate pa lang natin. Our problem was in terms of x. So, dapat yung final answer natin is in terms of x. If you take a look at the triangle right here, let us try to consider cotangent theta. So, kung tangent is opposite over adjacent, kabaligtaran niya is cotangent. So, adjacent over opposite. Adjacent side ng theta is square root of 16 minus x squared. Ang kanyang opposite is x. So, cotangent theta will be equal to square root of 16 minus x squared over x. Substitute natin dito. So, this one will be in terms of x na siya. So, square root of 16 minus x squared all over. So 1 over 16, so 16. And then itong x natin. So 16x plus c. So this one is our final answer. So next example we have here integral of, so rewrite ko lang, 1 over square root of 4, sorry, i-rewrite ko na lang. So 1 over square root of 4 plus x squared dx. We may write this also as integral of 1 over square root of 2 squared, sorry, 2 squared plus x squared dx. So, makikita natin dito, a constant squared plus a function of x squared. Ang substitution para sa constant squared plus function of x squared is, so u is equal to a tangent theta. So, ang u natin dito is a function of x. So, ang function of x natin na naka-square dito is x. So, x is equal to, constant natin is 2. So, x is equal to 2 tangent of theta. If we differentiate this, we will get dx is equal to 2 secant squared theta d theta. Next, if we take a look at this, so tangent theta, if we divide both sides by 2, so x over 2. So tangent theta is equal to x over 2. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So if we try to draw the triangle right here, so it should be a right triangle. So let us just call this theta. So okay lang din kung itong side na to ang tawagin ninyong theta, nasa inyo kung paano nyo i-draw yung triangle ninyo. So para sa akin, ganito yung itsura ng triangle ko. What is important is kung saan nyo nilagay yung theta, dapat ipakita nyo, tapos kung nasaan yung right angle ninyo. And then, drawing nyo yung triangle nyo na nasa tamang side yung values ng x at saka yung kanyang constant. So, ayun. Tangent theta, opposite. So, opposite niya from this equation is x. So, opposite over adjacent. Ang adjacent niya is 2. So, adjacent side, 2. So, using Pythagorean theorem, we will get this side as square root of 2 squared, so equal to 4 plus x squared. So, ito. If we substitute para sa ating equation, kulang pa tayo ng square root of 4 plus x squared. So, for this, let us try to consider itong side na merong square root of 4 plus x squared, tapos yung side na merong constant. So, wala tayong pakialam muna dito sa variable. So, ano ang relationship nitong square root of 4 plus x squared tsaka ito? So, considering itong angle. So, this one will be cosine. So, adjacent at saka hypotenuse. So, if we take a look at the cosine of theta, so cosine of theta is equal to adjacent, sorry, cosine of theta is adjacent, so 2 over square root of 4 plus x squared. So, pwede para mas madali, dapat nasa taas itong 4 plus x squared. If we take the inverse of this or take a look at secant of theta, para mas madali tayo mag-substitute. Secant of theta is hypotenuse, so square root of 4 plus x squared over adjacent, so over 2. So, mas maganda, ito na lang gamitin natin. If we multiply both sides by 2, so 2 secant of theta is equal to square root of 4 plus x squared. So, ito, 2 secant theta ang ating 4 plus x, square root of 4 plus x squared. Substitute natin sa ating equation. So, our equation will be equal to integral of, so dx was 2 secant squared theta d theta galing dito. And then, square root of 4 plus x squared is equal to, ito, 4 plus x squared is equal to 2 secant of theta. Cancel ito, itong 2, and then itong isang secant theta. Maiiwan is equal to integral of secant of theta d theta. So, if we recall, meron tayong formula para sa secant theta. So, integral of secant theta is ln of secant theta plus tangent theta plus c. So, ito. In terms of theta na yung ating answer. Ngayon, kailangan natin ibalik siya in terms of x. So, already, if we take a look at the equations we have here, secant theta, meron na tayong value ng secant theta. Pwede na natin substitute dato. Itong secant theta dito. So, secant theta is equal to square root of 4 plus x squared over 2. And then, for tangent theta, we have here x over 2. So, tangent theta natin is x over 2. So, pwede na nating substitute. So, this one will be equal to ln of, so secant theta is equal to square root of 4 plus x squared over 2. So, pareho silang over 2 pala. So, diretso na natin dito. So, over 2 dito plus tangent of theta is x over 2. So, x na lang dito. And then, we have here plus c. So, this one will be our final answer. So, next example, we have here square root of x squared minus 9 over x dx. So, sulat lang natin, square root of x squared minus 9 over x dx. We may rewrite this as integral of square root of x squared minus 3 squared over x dx. So, ito. For this, we have here a function of x squared. So, ang function of x natin is itong x lang. Walang ibang naka-multiply. Or x lang. And wala 1 yung exponent niya. And then, we have here a constant. So, function of x squared minus a constant squared. So, nakita natin siya sa ating equation. Ang substitution for a function of x squared minus a constant squared is u is equal to a secant of theta. So, for this, if you take a look at the equation, ang u natin is simply x. And then, ang a natin is, ito, 3. So, 3 secant of theta. Pero kung, say for example, yung nasa loob ng x squared, ito, function of x, if you see, so say for example, x plus 1 squared or ano pa ba? Pwede pa itong 2x na naka-square or x squared na naka-square, which is kung tinignan nyo siya from the original equation, it would look like this. So, x raised to 4, pwede nyo divide ang makukuha nyo x squared raised to 4 or sorry, raised to 2. Ang isa-substitute nyo na value ng u ninyo is itong x squared, itong 2x, or itong x plus 1. kung magiging itsura ng equation nyo, kung say for example, x plus 1 siya, so x plus 1 is equal to, say kung ito, 3 pa rin, so 3 secant of theta. So kung 2x naman, so 2x is equal to 3 secant theta. So ganun lang, kung ano yung nasa loob ng function of x na naka-squared. Kasi function of x pa rin naman ito, function of x pa rin ito. Basta function of x. Or kung ano yung integrating variable na nandito. So, kung hindi siya x, kung d theta ang nakalagay dito, dapat function of theta yung naka-squared para magamit ninyo itong substitution na to. Tapos, kung theta yung nandito, pwede gamitin nyo iba na substitution para hindi kayo malito. Pwede, let's say, phi ang ilagay ninyo or beta or alpha para sa trigonometric substitution ninyo. So, yun. Tuloy natin sa ating example. So, x is equal to 3 secant of theta. So, if we differentiate this, we will get dx is equal to 3. If we differentiate secant of theta, it will be equal to secant of theta tangent of theta multiplied by d theta. So, ito. From this, we know that secant of theta, if we divide both sides by 2, will be equal to x over 3. So, ang secant is hypotenuse. So, hype over cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So, kung secant, it will be equal to hypotenuse over adjacent. So, if we draw the triangle, so ibahin ko lang para baka sabihin ninyo, dapat ganun yung triangle ninyo. Okay lang kung paiba-iba. So, kung gusto nyo, dito yung theta, okay lang din dito. So, for this example, ito na lang para maiba. So, palaging nasa baba. So, ito ang gagawin kong theta. And then, dapat ito, sulatin nyo as right angle. So, ang hypotenuse is x. Adjacent is 3. So, adjacent ng theta natin, yung sa tabi niya. So, 3. So, ito, pwede na nating i-substitute or wait lang, kulang pa pala tayo. Kulang tayo ng square root of x squared minus 9. So, if we consider Pythagorean theorem, this side will be equal to square root of x squared hypotenuse squared minus itong isang side squared. So, square of 3 is 9. So, di pa tayo pwede mag-substitute. Kailangan natin i-consider itong side na to na merong square root of x squared minus 9 at saka itong side na merong constant. So, dapat yung side na may constant ang i-consider natin. So, ano ang relationship nila? So, meron tayo dito. If we take a look at base natin siya sa angle. So, from theta, we have here the opposite. And we have here the adjacent. So, pag tinignan natin, opposite tsaka adjacent, kailangan nasa taas na side itong square root na naka-square na side ng triangle. So, pag tinignan natin, square root of x squared minus 9, minus 9 over 3, ang kaniyang relationship will be opposite over adjacent. So, ang opposite over adjacent is tangent theta. So, tangent TOA, opposite over adjacent. So, tangent theta is equal to square root of x squared minus 9. We multiply both sides by 3. So, 3 tangent of theta will be equal to square root of x squared minus 9. So, kahit pagbalik-balik na rin ninyo ito, same pa rin. So, pwede na tayong mag-substitute. So, this one will look like this. This equation. So, magiging equal siya dito. So, square root of x squared minus 9 will be 3 tangent of theta. and then over, we have here x. So x was equal to 3 secant of theta. Next, we have here dx, which is 3 secant of theta tangent of theta d theta. So, kakancel itong uh, 3 secant theta, itong 3 secant theta, ang maiiwan will be equal to integral of, labas natin itong 3, so 3, maiiwan is tangent multiplied by tangent d theta. So, maiiwan is tangent squared theta d theta. So, if we integrate this, wala tayong diretsong formula dito. So, let us try to change tangent squared. So, 3 integral of tangent squared is equal to secant squared minus 1. So, secant squared theta minus 1 d theta. If we integrate this separately, we will get integral of secant squared theta d theta minus integral of d theta. So, next, if we integrate this, makukuha natin is 3. So, integral of secant is, secant squared is tangent theta. So, tangent theta minus 3. So, nag-distribute na ako ng 3. So, 3 theta this side plus constant c. So, we have here for tangent theta, pwede natin i-substitute ito, square root of x squared minus 9 over 3. This one will be equal to tangent theta. Problema natin ngayon is itong theta. So, for theta, ang pagkuha natin ng theta should be from our substitution. So, from dito. So, if we take a look at this, so, sulat ko na lang dito. Baka di na magkasya sa baba mamaya. So, if we take a look at this, x over 3 is equal to secant of theta. If we take the arc secant of theta, we will get, so this one will be arc secant of x over 3. Sorry, hirap magsulat dito. Will be equal to theta. So, basically, ang ginawa ko is transpose ko yung secant theta. So, if you transpose this, it will be arc secant of theta x over, arc secant of x over 3 will be equal to theta. Para ang maiwan lang on this side will be yung ating theta. So, if we substitute this, 3 tangent theta is equal to square root of x squared minus 9 over 3. So, 3 over 3, diretsuhin ko na cancel yung 3. So, this one will be square root of x squared minus 9 minus 3. So, theta is equal to arc secant of x over 3. So, we have here plus c. So, this one will be our final answer. So that is all. Thank you for listening.